If you want to go and take a ride with me, smoke a toad in the back and get high with me. Oh, why must I feel this way? Hey, must be the money. What's up, guys? Iceman here. So, I'm running the cold plains right now with my woman. Now, this bitch is intended to be a strafe woman. And I know the strafe Amazons suck in PD2 because... well, there just are better builds out there. And yes, I want to make a strafe woman wielding demon machine. So that's just kind of what I'm looking to do. But observe this little woman for just a minute, okay? Because we're about to make some executive fucking decisions here in just a minute. But take note of her sculpt and the way the bitch runs and how her hair is, it's blonde, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Not everybody wants blonde hair, but this woman has the blonde hair. That's just how it is. But, so check this out, anyway. We're gonna make some executive fucking decisions here, dog. So hold up. Alright. So welcome to Ice Boy's channel. If you are not yet one, become a patron or buy me a fucking coffee. Links in the description below. If you indulge in such endeavors, your finances will be blessed, and you will indeed have many wives. And to my current patrons, may your offsprings be in number like the stars in the fucking sky. But okay, so let's get to the point here. So, these are some fan-made motherfuckers. Now, in my opinion, every fucking one of these is better than what they gave us for D2R. So I'm just curious, you know, which one do you guys want to see in D2R? Because we got some time, right? We got just a little while until this game releases. And they said they were, you know, considering what the fans have to say. Even though we all know that was fucking bullshit. But nonetheless, I mean, the game hasn't released yet. Okay, so let's take a look at the Amazon. So, to the... this one right here, that's what Blizzard came up with. So, yeah, this is old news, so who gives a fuck? Then we got number 2. Number 2 looks better. Fuck! Number 3 looks better. What? But the Blizzard one, because they redid her a little bit, right? And she has, like, dark hair now. Not that that matters all that much, but she should be like the original, right? And you can see her hair moving and shit when she's running, and that's not quite there in D2R. And of course, she has the rigid forehead, rigid brow line, rigid fucking jaw, all that shit. It's not the same person, you know? It's certainly not the same person, that's to say the least, but... So here's number 2, and I'm curious what you dogs want to have for D2R. Like I said, we're going to be making some executive decisions in this video. So let it roll in the comments below. We got number 2. Number 2 looks okay. Shit. Number 3 looks better. Yeah, so far I would say let's just go with number 3. Let's get this shit over with. Let's just pick number 3 and get on with it. We'll go to the Paladin. And there's number 5. Looks like her eye's a little fucked up, but that's okay. You know, some imperfections are good. It's gonna make... This one's okay, right? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? So I would pick... Shit. This is hard as fuck. Maybe number 3. I think I'd pick number 3. Fuck it. Because her eyes are fucked up. What the fuck? Her eyes are a little fucked up, aren't they? I mean, if the eyes were not like that, I'd say go with number 5. Ah, fuck it. Let's just go number 3, and that's my decision. So in the comments below, what Amazon do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Okay, here's the Paladin. Now, this guy, there's some comedian that looks like this guy, and that's who they modeled him after. I don't know how the fuck they came up with this, with the original artwork and renderings of Diablo 2. But that's what they came up with. It's just, I think they were just, it's a mockery what they came up with. I think it was intentional, but, I mean, because how the fuck could it not be? He looks just like there's some comedian that was popular in the 80s and 90s, I think, and this guy looks just like him. So they modeled the Paladin after him. So here's, so that's what Blizzard chose. So there's number 2. Looks a little better already, just because the Paladin never had the bushy afro. This guy looks more like the Paladin, I would say. This guy has a really big fucking head. I think that the artist just messed up a little bit with this one. Other than that, the face looks okay, but what I think I'd pick this one. I mean, look at that stone look on his face, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's seen some shit, and he expects to see more. Like, there's this piece of art with the Diablo cast, basically. The Barbarian's on the ground, murdered. It's old art. And the Paladin, he comes walking up, and he looks badass. And he's the one who's coming to save the day, presumably, in this piece of art. Because the Sorceress and the Amazon, they're like hiding behind a pillar. They're like little women in distress or whatnot. And the Necromancer's being picked up by Satan, basically. About to get stomped. I don't think the Druid or Assassin are in this piece of art. But then the Paladin's coming up, and he looks like he's going to save the day. And this guy resembles that the most. I would go with number 5. Out of these choices. Not to say that I would pick these over anything else, but yeah, number 5 out of these choices. And here's the woman, I think. This is what Blizzard went with. Let's get a far shot first off. So, zooming in, this one already looks better. Like, just anything is better than what they came up with. But this one looks better. I wouldn't mind that one. I kind of like this one. This one looks a bit more innocent. See, because the Sorceress kind of embodied that. She was innocent. And she was young. And she was just beginning to experiment with magic and shit. You know, so she was kind of fragile. But of course, had great power about her. As long as she didn't get hit and shit. So, this one kind of embodies that, I think. But let's see what the other ones are like. This is a tough choice, see? I mean, I wouldn't mind this one, this one. I thought I was gonna like this one the most from afar. But, fuck. I think I like number 3. So let me know in the comments below. Which woman do you prefer for the Sorceress? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, fuck it, I prefer 3. That's not bad. And then we have this piece of work right here. That's supposed to be the assassin. So this is what Blizzard came up with. Of course, nothing like the original. Totally different person or whatever. So there's number 2. It looks like, so the artist here is trying to morph it into something a bit closer to the original assassin. But you're not there yet. See, this one looks a little closer. And she doesn't have that beat up, puffy face, you know what I mean? The assassin was nimble and quick and mysterious. And she wasn't a brawler. She wasn't a tough ass cage fighter. She was like Catwoman. You know, like Catwoman is all nimble and thin and shit. But yet, if utilized correctly, she can impose a lot of damage. Like someone who knows martial arts, like jujitsu or some shit. You know, they don't always have to be thick or all puffed up in the face from getting knocked around, like they're a boxer or something. So, this is getting closer to that with number 3. But I don't think that's my choice out of these, because the fuck? This one I think looks more like the original assassin right here compared to this one. That's not bad. I don't know. This is tough. I had other pieces of art that I showed a few videos ago, and I actually think I favored some of those more than these ones. But out of these ones here, fuck. I might go with number 3. It's between 3 and 5. Shit. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go with 5. I'm going with 5 for the assassin. So let me know in the comments below which one do you dogs pick. Now we have the Necromancer. Now really, I don't give much of a fuck for what Blizzard did. I don't think that's that bad. Like the Necromancer's an ugly motherfucker. He's rigid, he's old, he's full of hate and despair or something, I don't know. But I think this one actually looks okay. I mean, shit, I might actually pick Blizzard's one over these. This one looks a bit younger, which maybe is more fitting with Diablo 2, and I don't think he was supposed to be that old. I really don't mind number 1. I think they could have done it differently, but all these ones stay too true to the one that Blizzard picked. I'd either pick 1 or 5. 1 looks fucked up, but that's almost kind of fitting for the Necromancer. So I really don't want to say it, just for the sake of not picking one that Blizzard came up with, but with the other choices here, fuck it, I'll just go with the one Blizzard took. With the one Blizzard created, I think that's it. Now the droid. Ugly as fuck, hobo. These ones all stay quite true to the one Blizzard made as well. So out of these choices, I'm thinking number 3. Hate to say it. He looks a bit younger and a bit more able. You know, this guy's morphing into werewolves and shit. You know, this guy's morphing into werebears. You know, this guy's casting Armageddon. He's doing all sorts of physical shit. Casting molten boulders and shit. Like, I feel like it's a bit more fitting to have him just be a bit more young and able. This guy's all fucked. This guy looks like he's been drinking a bit too much. Too frequently for too long. Where I don't know if he'd be capable of kicking too much ass. Even if he does morph into a grizzly or something. So I think I'd go with number 3. So what would you guys go with the droid? Between 1 and 5. So here's the Barbarian. Now, of course, maybe many say that he seems to be modeled after Batista. Just doesn't, he's not taking he's not taking the doses, and he started drinking a lot of beer. He has a beer belly and shit. He lost some muscle mass, and that's kind of where we're at with the Barbarian. I can't really tell the difference between these two faces, but what this artist did here was they showcased an enhanced body, because D2R decided to not have a buff Barbarian. And of course, the Barbarian, I think, was kind of the embodiment of physical power. And that's why it was so appealing playing as him in Diablo 2. It was just very fitting, and it was kind of unrealistic. You know, it was like Conan the Barbarian and shit. You know, he looked like Arnold in his best of days, maybe even a little thicker in terms of muscle mass. So, you know, the Barbarian achieved that sort of fantastical way about him. So I think he does need to have more muscles in D2R. And he doesn't have to have a beer belly. And he doesn't have to be that old either. So definitely this one, I would say fuck it, give him even more muscle. More muscle on the Barbarian. I think the face looks okay. It doesn't really remind me of the original, but I think it looks okay as long as they give him, you know, give him a lot of muscles and shit. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you guys prefer out of all these models compared to the originals? And do you have any confidence that Blizzard is going to make any of these changes before D2R is released? Because it's coming up soon, man. So yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on these matters. So if you guys will, like the damn video, become a patron if you want, links in the description below. I'm going to level up this Wabman just a bit more. So stay tuned to my channel if you guys are interested in seeing her progress. I want to try to straight on. Become a patron if you want, links in the description below. May the Creator bless you and keep you. and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace be with you.